Brooklyn Nets star Kyrie Irving once again finds himself in the middle of a controversy he started. This time, it's for promoting an anti-Semitic film. CBS 2's Steve Overmeyer is in the newsroom with details and his reaction tonight. Steve?
Yeah, Kyrie Irving has never been afraid to speak his mind. In fact, in the past, he's raised eyebrows by peddling conspiracies and even disinformation. Now he's using his social media platform to share a documentary focused on anti-Semitism.
I guess the thing that I'm first wondering is, this is why I can't stand the news and why a lot of these news platforms are going the way of newspapers. And regular TV is practically done because he's already spent the narrative instead of just giving the facts. We watch the news so that we can get the facts, not get your narrative. So he's already said he's been doing this because of he's been giving disinformation and all of that. You you can't insert your own political opinion into an objective issue without first having all of the facts about what happened. And I don't like that. And I'm not even a fan of Kyrie Irving, but I don't like these news platforms. What is CBS? Is CBS like far leaning left?
The Nets responded by condemning his tweet. Then owner Joe Tsai weighed in by saying he was disappointed in Kyrie and says he will sit down with the Nets guard. Irving claims he's not anti-Semitic, but still hasn't apologized for the tweet or even taken it down. Tonight, he played in the Barclays Center. The Nets lost again, but after the game, he was still unable to provide clarity and then became combative.
And this is before we even see the interaction between him and the reporter. What do you mean became combative? So it's combative for a man to stand in his masculinity and not move off of his square just because he believes what he believes. Now, I don't even care or, haven't even seen the tweet. But this overly sensitive, censorship, regardless of what somebody else thinks. As a matter of fact, my goal is to get in a room with people that may think differently from me. And I'm often evolving. Like, I got a video that I just tapped in and I did an interview. And over the last few months, I've evolved so much to where I'm almost conflicted because it challenges everything that I've always thought and believed. And then the news and everything that's going on with Ye and Charleston White is causing me to rethink some of my positions on some things, but that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to have civil discourse, but it has nothing to do with being combative. This is insane.
What am I promoting?
Put it out on your platform.
But I'm promoting it? Do you see me me in front of
putting it out there, people are going to say that you are
Yeah, I put it out there just like you put things out there, right?
Yeah, but it's not
you put things out there for a living, right?
Right, but my stuff is not
so let's move on.
Filled with anti-Semitic
Let's
stuff.
move on. Don't dehumanize me up here.
I'm not doing that.
Another
You're
human
free
being.
to post
I can post whatever I want, so say that and shut it down and move on to the next question.
But Kyrie, you have to understand that
I don't have to understand anything from you.
It's not me.
Nothing.
Kyrie Irving gave him the full Kevin Samuels treatment. And he was just like, yo, I'm not going back and forth with you. It is what it is. This is what I stand on. And I don't like it when people starting to spin a narrative. And this is getting out of control. And I'm going to just tell you why, in my personal opinion, I believe that this is spiraling. And when I release this Charleston White interview, I'm dropping it for the bag chasers tomorrow. So if you're a part of the Patreon, then you will get the full interview. Everybody else will get a clip here and there. You know how it is that we do. And then I also removed all of the full interviews, and so those are only available for the bag chasers inside of the Patreon. So shout out to everybody that's in the Patreon. The link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. But Charleston said some very, very interesting things in an interview last night, and I can't wait to really, really deep dive into this footage because he said, listen, if everybody just stopped going at each other and start mobilizing similar to how other cultures and other groups do, they would have no choice but to bow down. No choice. But he said if people would just band together for 1 year and make the sacrifice for whatever that is, for 1 year, the whole world would come to his knees because they would realize just how much power that you have. But people are so divided and they can't even come together for a cause. You don't always have to even believe in each other, but you definitely should come together for a specific cause that could be affecting you, especially if it could affect you in a positive way for you doing it long term. But they can't see the long term for the short term, that these little crumbs that's coming off the table. And he articulated it much more effectively than I'm doing it right now. But let me look at the rest of this.
By
No people
posting
that
what
you're
you
making
did,
up, bro. Move on.
but by posting
Move
what
on.
you
Next
did,
question.
anybody
Do
is
you
going
guys
to
have
look
any more
at
questions
it,
for
and
me?
they're going to say,
You guys have any more
does he have
questions? Because this is going to be a clip.
beliefs?
This is going to be a clip that he's going to marvel at. Is this any more questions?
Facts.
But you're not answering the question.
He is absolutely positively trying to come up off of Kyrie. And so we got to call a spade a spade. And again, you're talking to a person that's objective enough to say that I'm not even a Kyrie fan. Like, I'm a fan of his talent. I'm not necessarily a fan of his ability to be able to galvanize a locker room and be a leader on the court. But this ain't got nothing to do with basketball. This got everything to do with why can't he? Because listen, if Kyrie had posted the greatest movie of all time is Boys in the Hood, which depicted and shows people killing and destroying and shooting crackheads and all of this other type of stuff. If you had posted Menace to Society is my favorite movie of all time, nobody would blink an eye. Baby Boy, just go on down the line. Nobody would blink an eye. But I'm telling you that this has never been more visible and in your face. And if you walk away from this now, if you walk away from having a conversation about the things that's really meaningful as far as what we parsing out of this now, you are going to regret it, because your kids are going to say the same thing that I said about the Simps before them, and that they're the ones that sold us a lie and led us down this path of foolishness.
Oh, there's another answering your question. Oh my God, let's make another Instagram clip so we could be famous again. Next question.
Tonight, the NBA released a statement denouncing hate speech, but would stop short of naming Kyrie Irving directly. We'll see if this proved to be a distraction on the Nets, with the Nets on the court a little bit later on in sports. Jessica.
This is wild. This is absolutely wild, and I think that it's insane. I don't think it has anything to do with a distraction on the court. In this instance, I will say that Kyrie is not being a distraction on the court, because he's not the one that came up with it. He's the one that was being asked a question. And if you don't like it, then just unfollow him. If you don't like it, just unfollow him, which is one of the reasons why I'm an advocate and I'm in support of Elon Musk acquiring Twitter, even though I think that he overpaid for it. Will this affect Kyrie's Irving bag? Who knows? But at some point, you have to evaluate whether or not you value money, or you value having a specific stance over money, because all money ain't good money. And so you got to be able to get it the right way. But long term, you make more money in the long term when you do the thing that's in your best interest, or that stands on righteousness. So I want to know what y'all think. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Are Kyrie Irving fumbling the bag? Is he a distraction? Or is he being censored? And is he being unfairly targeted for his past behaviors? And then they're using that in order to create a narrative to say that he's a distraction on the court. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description, as well as pinned to the top of the chat. If you need to get in touch with me, and email me, AntonDaniels413@gmail.com. We're going to make sure we get you scheduled for a Zoom call or a personal call. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.